Hello, my name is Richard Peterson and welcome to the Mill Valley Film Festival. This is a discussion following the screening of Master Cheng. And we are very, very delighted to have both the director of the film and its star. Mika Kaurismaki is a veteran director of several titles, including, I think the last appearance you made at the Mill Valley Film Festival was with The Girl King in 2015. Yep. And Anna-Maija Tuokko
yes.
is the star of the film. And I have to say, given that the reason we're doing this Zoom conference is because we're in this pandemic, but this is probably the most enjoyable viewing I've had in the pandemic. It was just so wonderful to see those images, the vistas, the environment in the film. I think the film captures even the sense of light, you know, that you find basically at the top of the world there. And anyway, I just wanted to thank you for that, and I hope the audience that is watching this Q&A agrees with me that it's a very enjoyable film. It sounds like you from the beginning wanted to make an enjoyable film.
Absolutely, yeah. I want to make a feel-good movie in this very, I mean, I didn't know when we made the film that this would be a pandemic now, but even, you know, before the pandemic, we had very difficult times in the world. So, and so many negative things going on all the time. And yeah. I thought let's make a film that's 100% about everything. And a film that unites. Yeah, that unites people.
But it's a film that you would accurately describe as, oh, it's a very sweet film, you know, and the film characters are amusing and endearing, but it's not. I trying to find the right word, but you know, it's not cloying, if you know what that means. It's kind of, it's not.
I think it's my most political film. It's my most political film.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, because really, because so many negative things going on in the world, and we have so many crazy political leaders, not only in the US but elsewhere, that. I wanted to make a film that, you know, unites people really, and showing in a very simple grassroots level that, you know, we should be together on this in this world, you know, and it's a beautiful place to be, you know.
Well, I know that I mean, one sign of that is that you filmed it during the summer. You know, it would be very different film during the winter.
Yeah, would be very better do it in studio, and you know, in the winter.
Yeah. And
kind of, but it would be beautiful anyway, because Lapland is beautiful in the winter too.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
Full of snow, but beautiful.
Actually, the idea for the film started in winter a few years ago when we ran a film festival in Lapland, Midnight Sun Film Festival, over 35 years. And I go every summer to Lapland. But we normally also go there every winter. And normally we used to go to a small village, Sirkka, always during the Christmas time, which was completely empty. It was dark and it was cold. But then a few years ago, I think it was maybe 2017, I went there. It was crowded of people. It was the little village was full of swarm from people, and I thought, what's going on here, you know? And maybe it's a sports event or something. But no, then I looked closer and I saw that they were tourists. There were Chinese tourists there, you know. And that's when I realized that the invasion of the Chinese tourists had started in Lapland, and that was
Lapland.
And they go there in the winter. So that's when I actually kind of got the idea for the film.
Oh, Great.
So, but we decided to, instead of shooting in the winter, we did it in the summer with no mosquitoes.
No, Anna-Maija, you have been, your background is mostly in theater.
Yeah, my background comes from a theater a lot, as well as our other coach, my leading man Hong from Hong Kong, is also has a long background in a theater. But we both have now started to do more films and TV work also. And Master Cheng was the first leading part for Hong, and for me the second leading part in a film.
Yeah, no, you're both very fresh, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I understand that you won Dancing with the Stars in Finland. That you were the winner.
I did.
Yes.
Yes, I did. That too.
I'm surprised you didn't make more of the dancing scene in the film, but.
Oh yeah, we should have
a couple of minutes of that as well.
Make it a ballroom scene, a big ballroom scene.
Yeah.
No.
But I think for me it was important to have really skilled actors in the film, that like theater actors normally are, because the plot, there's no I mean, there are no twists, there are no action scenes or this kind of things. So the film relies on the actors, and that's why I wanted to have really good skilled actors who can carry the film, and they create the atmosphere, and not only the two leads, and I mean most of the other characters also, they are really professional theater and film actors.
Yeah, Kari Venenen, am I pronouncing it right? But he is, he's been in, has he been in other films of yours? I know he's been in some of Aki's films. A
couple of Aki's films, maybe 7 or 10 of my films, he's been in most of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Couple of Aki's films as well.
I should mention to the audience that Mika's brother Mika Kaurismaki is also a noted Finnish filmmaker. You're probably you're the most famous Finnish filmmakers, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely, and they are very well known all around the world. We've been traveling in many festivals. In Europe, I went to Spain and 2 times to Germany, and everywhere everybody knows Mika.
Yeah, it's a. So, would you have I know that Mika, you've made films. You've made a number of films in Brazil. You lived in Brazil for several years.
No, I lived there 30 years, actually. 30 years. I'm back in Finland since 1 year.
Yes. Okay.
1 year I'm now. And I mean, I still have a home apartment there because my wife is Brazilian, and we have still family there, but now we live in Finland. Also because, the same has to do with this kind of subject with the film, because the situation in Brazil and with the environment and with the nature. Yes. It's a crazy president. They're like a monster, and you couldn't live there anymore. So I have to leave.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who is not uniting people? Who is doing the opposite?
Yeah. It's a very strange time. But would you? I think you would describe your work that in general you're favoring outsiders, people who are out, kind of fish out of water, we would say. That
agree, yeah.
And that would be and it's sort of some quirky sort of humor. Some of the details that I enjoyed, they're just visual. I just notice how many people learned how to use chopsticks. And you don't really talk about it, but you see that the number of chopstick pears growing in the people. And
Right.
it's as I said, there's a lot of charm in the film. I'll tell you that that raft boat that they go out in the water. I definitely want to go on that. I think.
I have to say that it was one of the maybe. I mean, I've done more than 30 films. That was that day we shot that scene was maybe most beautiful of all. It's really amazing atmosphere on that raft.
Yeah, and and there, it's a film that I think you describe it as not. It is not a lot of drama in the film, because I think most of the people are very good to each other. They're well-intentioned people. Maybe the only bad guys are the police.
Yeah,
but even
that's
I think
pretty
they're
nice
also
too.
kind of nice. Actually, in the screenplay, they were
the food.
They were bad, but
they keep on coming back for the food, and each time they're getting a little bit closer to arresting him.
Yeah. Actually, the screenplay there's more this kind of classic. Okay, the bad guys are the good guys, but I changed it. That make them also kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's smart, but I think it's very. It's a story about. There are like big things happening in it, even though there's not a lot of drama. But it's a story about friendship and love and nature and food and all the most important things in life.
Yes.
That we seem to forget about, and the things that connect us and makes us, human, and the things we should appreciate and respect all the time. I think those are the main things in the film, and it's kind of reminding us what it's important in life in general.
Yeah, well, the timing is good. I you did not intend for it to come out during a film, but I think it's very good timing. What was
Exactly.
Were there any particular stories about the filming? Any particular incidents that occur to you to describe? It's again very.
Really, actually.
I'm sorry.
There are some films that everything goes wrong. Everything is difficult and complicated, and very seldom you have a film where you have no problems. And this was one of them. Maybe the only one I ever had that no problems at all. Everything was easy. Everything from the beginning, start. Went well, easily. Like I said, I told this. We didn't even have the mosquitoes, because normally in the summertime we had a lot of mosquitoes in Lapland. Even this was all year in the whole century that we didn't have mosquitoes.
Yeah.
but the whole atmosphere was so nice. And,
it was.
Also the weather was nice, but the whole film crew, we also have to do the same thing that Master Cheng had to do in the film. We have to integrate in the small community in that village, and we have to create actually more or less the same thing that because they were looking at the local people. Okay, who are these people, film people from the south? But so we have to find contact with the village, and that worked very well. So we really lived a very nice, beautiful time with that.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like 6 weeks of pure pleasure doing the film. It felt almost like on a holiday, because it was so peaceful, and even though we were working 10 to 12 hours a day, but it felt like we had it was such a calming experience. Everybody was just enjoying and being so happy to be there, and the nature is so beautiful there, and the atmosphere is just a very puring experience, as I would call it.
And we had I wanted to have a bit more shooting time. We had maybe one or more, 2 weeks more than I would normally have for a film, exactly for that reason that Anna-Maija told, to create a nice atmosphere that everybody really, we don't have to rush. We can concentrate in the little details and things. So that worked.
We can just like focus on the job.
Yeah, when I said the movie isn't eventful, you know, it's not, I didn't mean that as a criticism, you know, that, you know, there's not a lot of plot, a lot of incident, but it's yeah, you do achieve, I think, a really interesting axis with I guess the feeling of the film. You know, as I said, it's a film that has an atmosphere, a feeling that is very, very welcome.
Yeah, and that's how it felt, and I'm so glad we got the same experience that we shared there.
And she was there as well.
Oh,
the
yes?
little girl was there as well, right?
She was in the tummy when we were in China.
Okay.
The small one.
Oh, she's beautiful. How old is she?
She's now 1 year and 4 months.
Yeah. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. And when we were filming in Lapland, no, not in Lapland, but when we were filming in China, I was surrounded by all the Chinese food and 5 weeks pregnant and feeling really bad. And this is the result.
So how is it? I hope you don't mind my asking, how is the pandemic there? I mean, is Finland open right now? I mean, theaters are open.
Yeah, Finland is pretty much open. I mean, I think the most open in one of the countries in the world that is most open. So right now, for example, I'm working in the theater, in a theater, in the Finnish National Theater, and we are doing shows, and we have like limited crowd coming. And yeah, I had a premiere yesterday. Yeah, we got 5 stars from the.
And what how many people are the theater? Do you have to have fewer people in the theater? Is that regulations?
Yeah, they are taking like I think 70. I don't know what the percent is actually. I think maybe 70% of the people, and they have like you have to wear a mask, and you are sitting like safe away from each other, and so theaters are taking people in, and we are barely making it because we can't get everybody in. But it's rolling. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask you the person that Cheng is looking for, is that a real person? You do have a grave in there, but
no, it's not a real. That's fictional. You know.
Okay.
We did a grave.
Anything you'd like to add about the film?
Anna-Maija, you're good in adding.
What should I add? What? Oh, tell stories about the filming. Well, I'm going to tell a story about the little guy, because everybody always in the Q&As asks like about the actors. So I'm going to tell a little bit about the actors.
About the boy, you mean? Yes.
The boy who is playing what's the character's name actually? Can't remember now. New. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years, So anyway, so Lucas, who is playing New, is a boy from New York with Chinese parents, and he's a very famous. Well, not a very famous, but very popular, like a child model, actually, in US, doing big campaigns for Gap and Abercrombie and Fitch and United Colors of Benetton and things like that. And also, he's been now doing some kind of series to the Netflix, which is exciting. But I don't know, are the production closed now in US? Most of the productions are probably closed because of the pandemic.
I think things are starting to open up, but
Yeah.
it's hard to predict. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was really, I think Lucas Juan, this boy, he did an amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the boy's very effective. And he doesn't have a lot of dialogue, but you're looking at, definitely.
Yeah.
He attracts your attention. Just
exactly. Yeah. And he was drawn into acting. I mean, I could see from him that he really liked to do it. And this was his first film. He was interested about it, and like on the set and doing the scenes, you could see like he had a intention in his mind, and he really wanted to do a good job.
Yeah.
His timing was perfect always. His timing was fantastic. He was right. I mean, in real life, he was playing all the time with this video games. But when we now we shoot, he was right in the character. It's amazing.
And the two older guys who you mentioned, Skari Väänänen and Vesa-Matti Loiri, they are legendary actors in Finland. I mean, Vesa-Matti Loiri is somebody who everybody, all the Finnish people know. Everybody knows him.
Famous, maybe.
Like one of the most famous, or most famous actor in the whole country. And it was wonderful to work with them because they, as a younger actor, it was great to watch them when they started to do a scene and how they build it and how they improvise and really made like magic in it.
Yeah.
So you could just like watch and learn from the side.
They're very, they're very charming, and just very sympathetic characters. I mean, I love the whole idea of the food being a kind of medicine.
Yes.
The bad medicine in the film are the shots of the Finnish film, like the Finnish food, the sausage.
Oh yeah, we have actually good food too, but
no, I'm sure you do, but
beautiful.
Yeah.
And and it was also such a big pleasure to work with from Hong Kong and with such a great actor. And we met first time like 2 weeks before we started shooting, and we were talking about the characters and reading the script with Mika, and really got to affect on the film and our characters a lot, which was really nice that Mika really wanted to have my opinion about, my age woman, So like the story that I'm telling about from my character's background in the film is mostly I made it together with Mika, like from my ideas, and he listened, and with our other screenwriter. And so it was like very much like collaboration in that way. And that's really great because
is any improvisation involved, or do you work it out and set it
No, we had like a script and we followed it.
Right.
Yeah, but as we were rehearsing, so in that process we were like feeling it, and we could have like a word in the script, which was really nice. And the first day when we went to the shootings, it was kind of the first time we were acting together with Hong, and I remember watching him and catching his eyes for the first time, and I knew like, okay, he was so present that I was like, oh, I'm so totally safe with this guy. He was such a great actor. You could see it by one look. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
So great, and everybody treated us also so well in Lapland. It's such a peaceful place. Everybody should go there. But
Yes.
I think our film is kind of like a holiday to Lapland, isn't it?
Exactly. I think it definitely worked that way for me.
Yeah.
But it takes obviously a lot of talent to make a film that, it's a gripping film, and it's 2 hours, and it's just as I said, a wonderful feeling about it.
Yeah. And I think also because when you think we see so much negative news, and we see so much violence and everything from TV all the time. I mean, because I have 2 small children, if I open the TV like after 7 o'clock in the evening, it's violence. It's violence all the time.
Yeah.
Man, you can't watch it. So it has an effect on us, if you think about it, how much from media we get so much bad all the time to our site. And now to see a film where only good things happen, and it's kind of like showing us how we humans are as in our best behavior, kind of, that we have it in us. And it's I think it's absolutely political in that way, to watch a film where nothing bad happens. And I think that tells a big story about how much we are watching this violence and bad things from TV all the time, from TV series, from movies, everything.
Mm-hmm. But it's not at all
many news.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a really enjoyable film, and any possibility? Have you been? I imagine now is the time you're looking for an American distributor. You don't have one yet, right?
Actually, we were very close to close a deal, but then this pandemic came, and we had, we had sold the film very well around the world, and we were negotiating with the music distributors, and we had very good ones interested in the movie. But now at the moment we have to, everything was stopped, not only in the US front, but it's really. I mean, we have a big. Yes.
Gladly, the movie doesn't get old because it's not, tied to a time.
Right. Yeah.
So whatever happens,
so we hope it's going to be.
Hopefully, soon it will be over. So hopefully,
it will be shown somehow. It will be shown in the US as well, for sure.
Yeah. We look forward to it, and I know Anna-Maija, we will see a lot more of you, I'm sure.
Oh, thank you.
And Mika, thank you very much. I wish this were in person. I wish I could shake your hands, but
it would be nice to be there. I really like your festival.
Yeah, it's not the same this way, but I guess it's
I know.
How we have to make do. But thank you so much for your participation, and thank you for the film, and look forward to talking with you again.
Thank you for having us. It was such a pleasure to talk to you, Richard, also.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.